Alright gamers, welcome back to Trackmania. Today we're playing the first map of the Red series, Track 16. And we'll see what we get. I think Track 16 has historically been a slow grass map. And I do see some grass. Oh, I see fragile. Uh-oh. That's a bit different. Okay. We got a fragile style map, huh? This is gonna be an interesting one. Oh, okay. I didn't think that bump would lift me above it. Yeah, so it's gonna be all about not breaking your car horrifically. I think it's been a while since I had to play with the fragile block. The last time was the one weekly shorts with the hill and the hills and the fragile. That was a long time ago. Yeah, I don't think we've ever had like a truly fragile focused map in the campaign. So it's a bit interesting for sure. Of course, we're starting off with bronze, but we had, I think, a couple respawns. So this jump, we have to be careful not to hit the roof. And we were a bit fragile there, to say the least. So it's going to be all about limiting damage. Now, you do reset the fragile quite a bit on this map, it seems, so you don't have to worry too much about the damage to the car, but you do still want to limit it. Okay, 48.2. I think that gold time has to be edited to be way weaker because it's literally like 8 seconds. There's an 8-second difference. That's insane. But I get it. I get it. It does mean we have a lot of time to make up in order for us to get the author time here. And I think you need to land as flat as possible. When you're fragile. I'll limit the damage. And really it's going to come down to figuring out how to take these turns with speed. But yeah, we need like 3.5 seconds or so. It's quite a bit of time. We'll have to figure it out. I think it just comes down to the fact that I'm not really taking these turns with a lot of speed right now. Oh. Oh. That was killer. And that was a decent run too. That would have been like a second PB maybe. Okay. Yeah, you don't want to land fragile on that first one because then you maybe don't follow arrows there. Maybe go up on the right side. But yeah, it's very important that you don't get so fragile you can't turn. Alright, I could see this one taking us a bit of time. Oh, see, that arrow sign is just so inconveniently placed. Okay, already up a second. Okay, second PB. Still need just about 2 seconds, 2.2. So quite a bit to go still. Does make me feel like I'm missing something, I'm not gonna lie. But I know it's also not undoable with my current route. The only reason I'm so far behind is mostly a skill issue. Alright, we can do this. We can definitely do this. But this is a big difficulty jump. This is probably a bigger difficulty jump than anything from last campaign, really. Although I think the blue maps on the last campaign were a bit trickier than the blue maps of the fall campaign are. At least IMO. Oh, I couldn't turn. I was fragiled pretty badly. Broken car. Not what you want to see. Yeah, my inexperience with Fragile is really showing here. And it's making this a lot harder. Oh yeah, you can see I'm gaining a lot on just the start. Losing it here though. Yeah, this is a lot different from a normal campaign course. I'm happy though. The variety is nice. Can't remember the last time they put a Fragile map in the campaign. I think there was a special effects block about a year ago. And that might have been it. Okay, take that with a lot more speed. That's another place where we're losing a lot of time. And then we crash, of course. And I could maybe be taking that turn more aggressive. Oh man. Yeah, this is gonna be a tough one. I feel like the records are gonna be doing quite a few jumps and just like praying that they don't get fragiled. Oh my god. Okay, that arrow sign is my biggest problem with this map. Like, why is it there? Alright, another second PB, more or less. So now we need 1.2 seconds. And reminder, I can definitely gain a full second on the start. My starts are not great. So we're getting there, we're getting there. I need to stop worrying as much about the fragile and the grass downhill there because of the resets right there. So it's okay to take a sharper angle and get fragiled. Okay. Yeah, take a nice sharp turn. Especially since we need to slow down there anyway, so even if it's a low speed turn, that's okay. Alright, come on. We can do this. That uphill's gonna kill me every time though. Just because of that sign. It's so poorly placed. Ooh, God start. Hold up. Kinda messed up the following turn, but still. Come on. Okay, I'm starting to get it. I'm starting to learn. Man, the acceleration penalty when you're fragile is rough. But yeah, you're definitely gonna have to full risk on a map like this. That's what I'm learning. Just gonna have to pray the fragile isn't too tough on you. I hate that sign. I'm gonna try and stop saying it every time, but like, come on, bro. We being real here. How'd that fragile so hard? What? Seemed like a smoother landing than a lot of the other times, and I didn't get fragile nearly as bad those times. Come on. That really hit the ceiling there. That is so much slower. I need to learn how to do that uphill. That's the main thing stopping me on these runs. Like I'm doing them it's so slowly. Oh, that smooth landing was beautiful. Alright, we're now exactly, well not exactly, a little less than a second behind. That smooth landing though. Chef's kiss. Oh my god. Please, bro. Like, I must be missing something about that turn. It can't be that poorly designed. Like, maybe it's something like that. What? And I just completely failed the rest of the run. Okay. We're gonna try and recreate that so that we can be done with this course, but that was kinda crazy, right? Like, I've been messing up that part so badly, I've been losing a full second there. Okay, well that wasn't ideal, but we press on. Still PB. So the answer was I was just doing it wrong the whole time, of course. I mean, that makes sense. As I was saying, the turn can't be that poorly designed, right? But I need to see how I had to remember how I took it that time. I had like a completely different line from what I've been doing. Such an awkward turn though. Alright, that's good enough maybe. No, come on. Bonk right into the wall. We can do it. It's really just that one turn limiting us. Everything else we can power through. So one clean run. Almost. Again, that sign is in the worst possible place. Okay. That's how you do it. I don't think this is gonna do it because my end was pretty good in my PB. Alright, but we're 0.6 away. So kind of fold the ending, but that's okay. We can work with that. Okay, just gonna go to the right of the sign. Come on. My approach is bad. That was my own fault. Not ideal, but about tied with the PB. Yeah, it's awkward. Awkward line. Okay, that's pretty good. Had a terrible start though, so a bit behind. I'm shocked that launched. Okay, about equal. Maybe doable? No. Still. Good amount off. Only need 0.2. 1/5 of a second. So, one more PB, hopefully. Okay, horrible start. Slightly better there. Maybe? Ah, no. Not the crash there. Super inside line there. It's nice. Oh, I couldn't turn left fast enough. Come on. Oh my god. Yeah, not quite a good enough run, but would have been a PB a bit ago. There we go. That's how you do it. Bad turn there, though. Oh, come on. I landed, but I lost grip at the top. about the pretty close to the half-hour mark for the first time this campaign, I believe. First course to give me trouble. Definitely understandable why. A lot trickier than previous courses, and I think the off time is a bit more cooked. Well, not super cooked. Definitely could be more cooked. Don't at me on that. It definitely could be, but a lot more cooked than the blue tracks, which makes sense. No, come on. I really do just need one more PB. Oh, a little too much airtime there. Still decent. Could have been better though. That turn's a little evil too. Not as evil as the grass uphill. There we go, nice. Okay, this can maybe do it. Yes, that'll do it, that'll do it. By about a 1/10. So not the craziest time, but we'll take it for now. I think a half-hour trying is I think that's good enough for me. Alright, the record's 3 seconds ahead. I kind of expected that, to be honest, but I want to see if there's any cuts. That's what I'm really curious about. Oh, risky line, yeah. Makes sense. Sideways jump. Oh, that's a nice line right there. That gains a lot of time. Yeah, the super low jumps are really nice. Oh, interesting. Taking a bit of airtime there. Oh, that was the shortest possible jump there. That was nice. Okay, what about here? Riding the outside perfectly. I couldn't get that on a single run. That's so tricky. And then landing on the downhill. Alright, so no cuts, just a really good run. But yeah, this was I'll give it a plus. I would rate it higher than a plus if it wasn't for the sign and that grass uphill. Like, I would like it if there was more space for me to work with, but there's no space. But yeah, you know, regardless, that's gonna be it for today's track. I'll see y'all in the next one.